5, 6, 7, 8.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm Jules.
And I'm Skee.
And this is Oh My Gosh.
What?
And make sure that you like, share, subscribe, follow, comment.
Yes.
All the things.
All the things.
And today we're by ourselves. We're hanging out.
Yeah, no guests. Just us.
Just us. Yay.
Yeah.
But sometimes we need that. We need a little catch up with just us.
Yeah, and I think the whole reason why you like our episodes is because you like us. I mean, at least I think, right?
Yeah, I would hope so.
Yeah, so we're just like gonna be me and you.
Yeah, So here we are. So today's episode is gonna be a good one, I think. It's titled The American Dream That's Not Really a Dream.
Yeah, facts.
So it's basically about all the things that we thought being in, living our lives would be like as like little kids, and then now in our 30s, just realizing how misled we were.
How this shit is hard.
And this shit sucks a little bit sometimes. Yeah. And we just want to kind of dive into that. We want to dive into like housing. We want to dive into
beauty standards.
Yep.
Raising kids in a digital age.
Marriage a little bit.
Stuff like that.
And just kind of
And I think it'll be really it'll be really relatable to you guys. And hopefully as you're listening to us in your car or watching us on YouTube, you're thinking, yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Like, oh my gosh, I agree with that.
Yeah. You're sitting there and you're like, oh my gosh, or you're going, what?
I didn't think about that.
Yeah. So that's what we're going to do.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Yeah, let's do it. So I think the first thing we're going to dive into is just like buying a house.
So I think Skee and I were very fortunate to get into a position where we could buy houses at the time that we did, because this shit sucks for some people. Like, it's just so different than it was for us as it was for our parents, I think.
Yeah, well, and it's crazy too, because like when we decided to buy a house, it was like starting to get higher. And I remember thinking like, oh my God, I feel like we're buying it like at the highest. Oh, but no, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Now it's, and we're talking about like comparing it to just like what the marketplace is in Las Vegas right now. Because that's where we're from.
Yeah.
And I mean, to just get something decent, you're going to be paying at least $500,000.
Yeah. So I looked up before we started the episode what the median price in Vegas was for 1990 when our parents were around our age, and it was literally $19,000 to buy a house. Or no, I'm sorry.
I was going to be like, really?
That.
I was like,
no.
Okay.
Let me restart that. I was looking at the median price for 1990, around when our parents were our age, and the median price was $99,000.
Yeah.
And that's insane, because the median price now in Vegas is $440,000. And like, I understand that inflation is a thing, but that's a lot compared to what people's salaries are.
Well, it's even crazy. And then if we're going to even talk about not even just like houses, or we're just going to talk about rent, right? The price for like renting a house or even an apartment is just so ridiculous.
Yeah.
That it makes you almost want to be like, well, I might as well just buy a house if I'm going to be paying all this money. Because I remember the first apartment that I got in Kansas with my husband. We decided to do a 6-month contract. If we had done a year, I think it was like they shaved off $100 a month off. So we ended up paying, I think the rent it was so crazy. For a 1-bedroom apartment, it was like $500 a month.
Wow.
With a washer and dryer. It was really nice. But we ended up paying $600 a month because we wanted to not be locked in for a year contract, because we thought we were going to get housing. And I remember thinking, this is so much money. Like, I remember us thinking that. And I think with like utilities and everything, I think we spent, it was probably like around $800 a month. And now hearing other people that live in apartments, I mean, they're paying $2,000-$3,000.
Yeah.
I mean, even when I lived in Charleston, South Carolina, I was paying $1,000 for our 2-bedroom apartment. And I think for a 3-bedroom, it was like $1,200 to $1,300. And I remember being like, this is like really expensive, because I knew how much like, it would to be, to afford a house. And I knew that maybe the mortgage would probably be cheaper. But it's just insane prices. I don't know how, if you haven't already bought a house now, I don't know how like you could do it.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't.
I don't know either. Yeah. I know when I finally moved out on my own and started renting a house with my ex-boyfriend, we paid, I think, $1,050, and it was a 3-bedroom, like maybe 2,000 square feet. I can't remember exactly, but we thought like, okay, this is like a big deal, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna try. And even after I moved out of that house and started renting with roommates, we were paying around that for a 4-bedroom house. And now I know people who pay that for a 1-bedroom apartment.
Yeah,
and that's insane to me. Like, how do we expect people to be able to do anything outside of literally just work and eat and breathe?
I know. And everything is so expensive. I mean, I know like we're talking about like houses, but like let's even talk about like food. I was at the grocery store yesterday and I was walking by like the soda section, and I don't drink soda that much, but I always like to just like scan it. It's like I'm teasing myself. And I'm going through it, and it was like for a 12 pack of soda, it was $10.99. And I was like,
that's insane.
$10.99. And then they try to say it was like on sale for like $8.99 for a 12 pack. And I thought that's still expensive. Like, I don't know. Maybe like I don't buy soda a lot, and maybe that's how it is. But I just thought that's a little pricey, right? For
that's a lot. Yeah, we don't buy a lot of soda at our house either, but that's a lot, because I remember at certain points we would buy soda for different things, and it would always be around $4.99 or something.
That's exactly
like that.
My number too.
Yeah, so it just seems like everything has inflated so much, and I don't know if everyone is just trying. When I say everyone, I'm talking about these corporations. If they're just trying to blame it on recouping from COVID, or if this is how it was supposed to be. But it just seems like it's not how it should be.
Well, me and my husband always joke that like every time we leave the house, we spend $100.
And it's just not fair.
No, it's not fair.
It's hard to think about trying to save for retirement, trying to go on vacations, trying to do anything outside of just living when everything is so pricey and so expensive.
Yeah, it's stupid.
It's just not fair for everyone.
Yeah, it's so stupid. So let's dive into beauty standards.
Yeah. So it's funny when you look at social media and there's all this encouragement behind uniqueness, and we shouldn't be body shaming people anymore, and it's okay to be different sizes, it's okay to have different hair color, and it's okay to have tattoos and piercings and all this stuff. Yet we're always trying to chase that filter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The filter, I think, is what ruined everything.
Yeah.
Because you got to see this other version of you, and you're like, oh, like look at her skin.
Yeah.
Look at, like the makeup on her. Look at those lashes. Look at those lips.
Yeah. We were just talking earlier about how we both wear lashes now, and it feels like, oh, we're bald if we don't have our lashes on.
Oh yeah, like I would never like do a podcast episode and like not have my lashes on.
Yeah.
Which sucks, because like when I don't have my lashes on and I just like let my eyelashes breathe, I actually have really nice long eyelashes.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, my lashes give me confidence. And so I wear them.
And we've been kind of tricked into that whole, well, we have to look this way to be pretty.
Yeah, and then I always get nervous because, you have to use this glue, and then I think, is this good for us? So we're always like wearing this glue near our eyes.
Yeah.
All the time.
Or even like with Botox, not that there's anything wrong with Botox, but there's people getting Botox in their 20s. And I know that they say, oh, you're supposed to start young, you're supposed to start early to be preventative, but I just feel like 22 and 3-year-olds don't need
that. No, they don't. And
that early.
Yeah, I didn't start doing Botox, I think, until I was like 33.
Yeah.
And I actually am taking a huge Botox break. I usually get my Botox every 3 months, and it's been like 5 months.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, this is my face when it moves.
So I wonder where it's going to go within the next 10 years, if people are still going to feel like, oh, we need to do the Botox and we need to do these things, and the lips too, in order to keep our beauty standard up. And I also wonder how our kids are going to feel. when they get to a certain age.
Yeah.
Because kids are already getting into skincare.
Oh, they always want big lips.
Yeah. I barely started washing my face like a normal human a couple years ago.
Jules goes, did you know that there's like an order to put things on your face? And I'm like, yeah. And she goes, oh, I didn't know.
I didn't know because, you know, you think about, oh, okay, I'm going to wash my face when I take a shower. I'm going to wash my face at night. But I never thought about all of these different serums and all of these different like cleansers and toners and
retinol and glycolic acid.
Yeah, hyaluronic acid and niacinamide and
everything.
I like it. I like what it's doing for me because I feel like I'm not quite ready for Botox yet. But at the same time, we didn't think that we'd have to think about this. I don't think I ever thought I'd have to think about that in such a way.
Yeah, and I just think with the beauty standards, there's just like, it's just putting so much pressure on everybody, especially like with social media and everything too. So you're constantly just like comparing yourself to everybody, especially people that are like the same age as you. And how could you not want to look better?
Yeah. And we've always talked about, you know, we did the episode about starving for perfection and how we want to encourage people to be body positive and how we want to be encouraged as being body positive. But at the same time, I still have a complex about, oh, I have to like lose more weight until I can feel a certain way. Or once I get to this like size, then I'm going to feel better about myself. And it's like that part, I guess, never went away, but it's a little bit different now than it was then.
Also, it's just like, everybody and their moms on like these like GLP-1s too. So it's just like now they want everybody to just be like thinner. But then what happens when you reach that goal?
Yeah, then what do we do after?
So then what do we do now? What do you do?
Yeah.
Because it's like, okay, so you want to get off of it, but then you hear a lot of people say like, I gained it back. So then what, are you stuck on these GLP-1s for forever? Or is that what the pharmaceutical company wants?
Is that like what we're doing?
Yeah. That's insane.
I know people who have taken different things. And I personally, I mean, everybody feels different about their own bodies, but I would look at them and say like, no, I wouldn't say this because I don't want anyone to feel bad, but I would say in my head, you don't need that, but people really feel like they need it. And it's not a bad thing. I mean, if you need it, you need it. And if you feel better, like I did it and I'm doing it, but I just feel like it can kind of stir up this chaos with people and body positivity and like body image also.
Or like those people, like, I don't know if like I know like you just like talked about it, but like there could be people that are like too ashamed to even like admit that they're doing it. So it's insane and it's hard to navigate, especially because like we have children and you obviously like want your children to be like happy with who they are, but then also you like want them to be healthy. And then it goes into like the foods we eat and like just everything. It's like everything.
And then that circles back to the amount of money we have to spend on the foods that we need to eat.
Going out to eat is so expensive now.
It's so ridiculous.
Like even fast food is so stupid expensive now.
I know. You can't get a meal for under $10. Even at somewhere like, you know, Taco Bell or McDonald's.
I know.
It's like everything is just so outrageous.
We went to Taco Bell a couple months ago. I haven't been in such a long time. And I was like, let's just get like a 12-pack of like hard shell tacos, right? And like the crunchy tacos. And I was like, it was like really expensive. I think it was like $30 or something. I can't remember the exact price, but I remember thinking like, this is not how much I remember it being. And then also too, I've noticed like there's like a trap. They want you to have like the app. It's like, oh, well, we can give this to you for like a discounted rate, but
you have to have our app.
It's like with McDonald's. It's like, yeah, like if you use their deals or whatever, they give you points back. I can't tell you how many freaking McDonald's. I have so much McDonald's points that like, yeah, like I could probably get free McDonald's stuff for a while.
Yeah.
But that's crazy. And then I'm also like, why do you need us to download the app?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, and like, why are these fast food meals as much as going out to eat at a nice dinner used to be, even 10 years ago.
Oh my God, we went to Freddy's.
Yeah.
And we got like hamburgers, 4 hamburgers. I think we all got like a meal.
Mhm.
And then we got like 4 like shakes or something. Oh my God, we spent like $100 at Freddy's.
Yeah.
I was shocked.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, this is why I don't like to go out to eat. Because it's so expensive. I might as well just like spend that amount of money at the grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
And that even sucks too. We're going to get into that. Why is it that all of like the things that are super healthy for you, organic, whatever, why are those more expensive? If you want your human race to be healthy, why do we have to pay more for the stuff that doesn't have pesticides and all that stuff on it? Why?
Yeah.
Why?
What's the point? What's the purpose of that?
Yeah. So the way that I think is like you're already spending money on chemical pesticide stuff to put on this stuff to preserve it, but it's less money for us to eat when you're not putting that on the other stuff, but we have to pay more money. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah. The only thing I can think of is, okay, conspiracy time. They want to keep us sick so they can make more money. Because
it all goes back to the pharmaceutical companies.
Yep.
Everything goes back.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's horrifying that we didn't sign up for this. Like, we didn't sign up to be in this like constant emotional chaos.
I think our generation, it's a lot for us.
Yeah.
As a millennial, or are we elder millennials? What are we?
I don't know.
I don't know. But as a millennial, we've really been through some stuff. We've seen things. We've seen a lot of changes.
Yeah.
And I just don't think that like it's too much for us.
It's a lot.
I think that it's different if you were like, you know, Gen Z, for example. Like, you're born into the digital age. Like, you're basically born with a cell phone. You know, all this stuff is like, this is like how it is. But for us, it wasn't like that.
Yeah.
It was different.
It's completely different than what we assumed it would be like.
Even just like, even the things that like we were raised on, how school was, just like everything was just so different.
And then raising kids in this new digital age, we were the kind of the pioneers of like the internet world.
Yeah.
Like, we were the first people to kind of figure things out. We had AIM, we had, you know, so emails, we had our shitty like Nokia phones that we T9'd on everything. And now these kids, it's cool that we have all of this this internet and the digital age, but it's almost all consuming, and it's hard to navigate how to raise these kids without like turning them into just a bunch of like mindless
and it's also like these TV kids
drums.
Just like want instant gratification. I was just telling Jules earlier, like, you know, when we were kids, if there was a show you wanted to see at like 5 p.m. and you missed it, oh well, too bad.
Yeah,
you missed your show. I remember having to watch, for the ones that are like, you know, in your 30s, I remember like you would every week you would either get there was like that booklet, remember, where it had like the TV guide. It was the TV guide.
TV guide, yeah.
TV, that's what it's called. I'm like, what's it called? The TV guide. So you'd flip through that, and if you didn't have the TV guide, there was like a channel. So you'd have to sit and wait for the channel, so you knew what was like coming up next. But now you could watch whatever you want.
Yeah. On demand.
You can listen to whatever you want on like Spotify, for example. I remember like if I really wanted to listen to a certain artist, or I had to like go, you know, and it's just, I mean, I even remember like cassette tapes.
Oh yeah.
You know, like hurry and rewind it just to that part. And
everything. And you had to sit by your stereo with your speaker set and sit there and wait for your song to come on.
Do you remember like how they would have with your cassette tapes, you could like take out the little pamphlet and then have like all the lyrics. It's like an accordion, you know?
Yes.
And you'd sit there with the little writing and be like, okay, I'm gonna read these lyrics. Or sometimes if it was a song or a song on the radio,
you had to sit there and record it.
record
and
it,
make sure you were in the right spot on your cassette tape so you didn't overrun something else you recorded.
Yeah, and then I would always write out the lyrics to things because
I did that too.
I really wanted to make sure I knew what I was like singing.
Oh, I did that too.
But yeah, it was just like everything was a little bit harder, but I think I kind of like appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
And kids were always outside. So like this new house that we moved into, I was really excited because I'm like, oh cool, like we live near an elementary school, like Halloween's going to be amazing. There was no kids outside. And I know that there's kids that live here, and it really disappointed me. I feel like, is it our generation that is messing everything up?
I don't know.
Because it's crazy because like we always pride ourselves on how great our childhood was, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then why are we so scared of letting our children just live a similar life?
Yeah, and just be and exist.
Yeah.
Is it because we have too much information?
Yeah. Is it because like we knew all the things we were doing behind our parents' backs because we didn't have a cell phone?
Yeah. Do we know too much now?
Yeah. That we're too scared. But then I feel like, are we even like letting our kids live then?
I don't know.
Are we making our kids like have developed early stages of anxiety because we're like, no, like if you go, like what if someone kidnaps you or something, you know?
Yeah.
So are we the problem?
Are we?
I don't know.
Ooh, are millennials the problem?
I think we might be.
I don't know.
But I think it comes back down to social media and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because social media is the one that's feeding us all these things, right? It's not, I mean, there was already like, you know, traffickers, kidnappers, murderers, all these things already before. We just didn't have access to like how many.
Mm-hmm.
So now that we know,
we're freaked out.
You're like, yeah, we're freaked out and we're like scared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do we do?
Okay, I feel like I'm the president. I don't know. I think what we should do is, I would like it if like there was like one day a week where like we had no access to technology. Like no one could access their cell phones. It's like what you do in Israel, basically. It's called Shabbat.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, if we just like put down the phones and just enjoyed our time with our friends and our family and we just disconnected.
Mm-hmm.
Just like one day. We just need like one day, right?
Yeah.
I think that would be great. But I don't know. And I think the hard part too is like, you know, you're telling your kids like, go play outside. But then what usually happens is like, you're the one that's on the phone. So then we're setting a bad example.
We are.
Because I don't know. I think the cell phone kind of ruined everything.
It's like a blessing and a curse.
It really is. But I also am like, why do I have so much access to people now? I don't know. I kind of miss when someone would just call me.
To see how you're doing.
Yeah.
And not just look on your social media and be like, oh, I know how they're doing. I don't need to talk to them.
Yeah. Yeah. I see you see my stories.
So I wonder if at some point our generation or whatever will revert back to our old ways where we all end up like off of social media and we end up just calling each other and texting each
probably
other.
Not. I'd love to think that.
Yeah.
But probably not because things are so much easier now. I mean, it even comes to shopping.
Yeah.
I mean, we could talk about being like, oh, like I need a new towel for my bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
I'm envisioning a pink towel. Let me type in pink towel on Amazon. Scroll.
I like this one.
Cute. Ping. Okay, it'll be here tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know, like,
everything is so convenient for us
it's
now.
Like instant. We're lazy.
So what do we do?
I don't know. Is this part of the American dream of where we're kind of like kings and queens?
Kind of.
You know, like there's nothing hard for us to do.
Yeah.
It's not like we're like going out and hunting our meals and stuff. I mean, like, oh, like you want to go get a piece of steak. The grocery store basically already has it prepared for you. You just have to like basically put it, you know, on your grill or like in the oven or wherever you want to make it. Or it's like, or you can have it fast and just like go get a hamburger at fast food joint.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just feel like nothing is really hard anymore. Not saying that I want it to be really hard, but I don't know. There's like some pleasure in knowing that you put effort into something.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. I agree with that.
Yeah.
But then there's also the niceness of the convenience of stuff too.
Yeah.
But then it kind of goes back to, do we even have enough time to put effort into stuff if all we're doing is working to survive?
I know. I feel like it's just constantly working because we can't
constantly
afford to live
without it.
Yeah. So we need to have the money because every time you leave the house, you have to spend a minimum of $100
on anything.
I mean, even to go to the freaking movies now, it's like you're already spending $100 between the ticket prices and food and all these things. You're like, oh, well, that was $100.
Yeah.
Just to go to the freaking movies.
Yeah, I feel like our parents, not our parents specifically, but our parents' generation, and maybe I'm wrong, it seems like they had more access, like more time to do things like that, and more like extra income to just like have their house, have their retirement, and then also be able to do cool things. And it didn't have to be as extravagant as maybe what we do now, but it was like they had time to go camping with their family, or they had time to
just life seemed easier.
Yeah, go to Disneyland with their family and not spend, $5,000 on like a family vacation to Disneyland. And it just seemed...
And you got to like live in the moment more because we didn't have our phones or whatever, you know what I mean? So you could just go and be, and maybe you brought like a digital camera or one of those disposable cameras. Or I remember like my dad had like one of those big like chunky camcorders, which was cute because it was a very like dad thing to have, know, back in the day. But I feel like we were just like really living.
Yeah.
And I think now it's like, okay, like you are living, but like it has to be documented. And how many times do you really go through your phone and like look back at all the things that you filmed? I mean, I like to look back. I personally like to look back at memories. I love memories. But like there's a lot of videos and pictures that I have that I'm like,
why do I need all this? Why do I need this?
This doesn't bring me joy.
Yeah. I don't know.
Nowadays it's like, let's just do a TikTok dance.
And that's our memory.
Yeah, it's just so crazy.
But then we're so worried about losing all of our... I'm so worried about losing all of my, videos and memories and stuff. Like, I don't want to delete anything because I want to remember everything. But then I can't remember shit half the time.
I know. And like, what happened to like, I don't know, photo albums?
We're just on a little bitch rant right now.
I know.
We're having a BF.
Yeah.
We're having a bitch fit today.
Yeah, let's talk about... like, I love photo albums. But like, I don't do photo albums anymore because everything's online. But then I get really scared that what's going to happen is like what MySpace did to us. It's like I have all these things, especially like on Instagram. That's like my main hub, I would say. And like if Instagram were to do what MySpace did to us, where it literally was just like, we told you guys that we were gonna, like, they basically were like, we sent you guys something, we told you like you had X amount of time to get your stuff back, but like no one saw that shit.
I didn't see that.
There was no fucking warning.
I did not see that.
I have a few pictures on there, but like all my videos, all my blogs, all of my hard work that I put in as a teenager is literally like my teenage like childhood has been erased. And I'm like, why did you take that away from us? And I know I'm not the only one that feels this way. And I get so scared that like Instagram's going to do that, where it's just like everything's gone. And I'm like, that was like my whole like time where I was like a young adult and a mom, and I have things about my kids on there. I get really scared.
Yeah. Because one day it could just all disappear.
This digital stuff really freaks me out. And I'm like, I should probably go back to doing things in photo albums.
Yeah, we got to start printing out our pictures again.
And like put these videos on like a hard drive or something.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm really scared.
But then how would you access it if, say, the internet went down and you had no internet access whatsoever?
Oh my God, it'd be so
Or you
sad.
had no access to computers, like it just simply didn't work.
I would be literally depressed. I would be depressed. I'm still depressed about MySpace. Yeah.
Things are just so weird.
They are weird. It's like a weird time, and I don't know how to navigate this life.
Yeah, it is a weird time. These last, I would say, 4 to 5 years has been...
Oh my God. Especially
way different than how I expected things to go.
Yeah. Like,
which I'm sure everyone can relate to.
Yes. I think that before COVID happened, I was like at BC, not birth control. I feel like life was good, kind of.
Or life was like on track with what you expected.
I was like really doing the whole mommy family thing quite well. I was like always making sure that we did family pictures. I was like doing it. And then like COVID came and it like rocked my world. I am a completely different person. It gave me literally a little bit of PTSD. And I think it was also because like not only were we dealing with something that we didn't know, right? They were just said, oh, like this should only last like 2 weeks, which turned into years. Navigating it with like young children. You were pregnant.
I was.
And seeing how people were too, like people that were like your friends, and seeing, you know, when it came down to like who's fully vaccinated, like who's not fully vaccinated, and like seeing that, it was wild. Or even the riots. Remember when there was the riots and people like freaking out? I was just like, what is going on?
It was a hard time for everyone.
Really freaked me out. And I was trying to go to school to be a therapist, and I'm like, I realized I was like, I can't do this. Because if I'm having all this anxiety about, it was because I knew I couldn't control it.
Yeah, I think it was the idea of not being able to control the emotions that you're feeling with what is going on with everything. Yeah, I was pregnant. I was due in May that year, and I like 2019, I was killing it. I was like doing super well with my business. I was like growing more on social media, which is what I wanted. I was like feeling really good about where I was in my life, especially with my career, and then now with like having a kid at that time. And then COVID just kind of rocked our world, and it put us in this situation of like anxiety and stress and not really knowing what the next step was going to be. And then even continuing on to just feel like, well, will that ever happen again? And what are we going to do if it does? And now we're in this space where even now I feel like I'm okay with my job and stuff, but my mental space is just not the same as it was. Like, well, everything's different.
I feel like I'm trying to, I keep trying to catch up like with the years, and I feel like I can't because like time is flying by so fast. So like, I mean, before you know it, it's gonna be like Halloween, and I'm like not even prepared. Like I used to be so like very on point with all these things. I mean, I cannot catch up because like those years like threw me back, and I don't know. I'm just different.
Everything's just way more chaotic feeling like in here. It triggered something.
It really ramped up my anxiety a lot. I didn't realize how much anxiety I was carrying. And I think it's because I realized I like to be in control, and not being in control really freaked me out.
Yeah.
That I was like, I can't fix this.
Yeah. Nobody could.
There was nothing I can do. People are getting sick.
People are dying.
And then if you're the one that caught COVID, then you're scared that you're like, well, I hope I didn't give it to anybody else.
Yeah.
And just like everything, it was wild. I just never thought we would be in anything like that ever.
Yeah.
And then to like have our kids go to school, and like, you know, it took away my daughter's first year of kindergarten. That really, really upset me. I just like couldn't wait to be like, I can't wait to take my daughter in for her first day of kindergarten. That was taken away from me, you know? And like, even when we had to homeschool her for a little bit, and then we were able to take her to school. We weren't even able to walk her into the building. And so it's like to watch my like 6-year-old like walk into this big building and not be able to like walk her to class, like that like ripped my heart out.
Yeah.
You know? And I don't know, I'm like so angry still about that. That really pisses me off.
It was a rough time.
Fuck that.
And it wasn't even like we were in positions where we were seeing people being sick all the time. Like I could never imagine what it was like for the doctors and the nurses and the people like on the front line of that and what they went through and what they had to see. Like it has to be traumatizing.
Yeah, I know that because my husband, he's a paramedic, and he was like one of the
front line.
He was one of the first 100 people in Nevada to get COVID, actually.
Yeah.
That was wild. We were like a freaking experiment. Like that, we had to like quarantine for a whole month. We never got COVID though, which was crazy. Me and the girls never got it while we were with him. But yeah, that was wild.
Yeah, and all the people who passed away, and it's like you can never take that back.
Another thing that we're going to talk into, we're going to just kind of stay on this like let's just go.
We're just hashing it today.
Let's talk about marriage.
Yeah.
Let's go there.
We're going there.
We're going there, guys. We're talking about marriage. And I think that like when we go back to like the whole like American dream, right? We both agree that like Disney kind of sold us on this idea of like you find a person, you fall in love, and you live happily ever after.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who lives happily ever after.
And not to say that marriage can't be a good thing, right?
Yeah.
But like you said, Disney sold us this dream.
No.
The perfect example for me is The Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
You like find this person and you give up your whole ass soul to like be with this person for what? You know, it's just like, it's so different than what we were sold as kids. It's just,
you're just like, I can't wait to like find someone, and like it does feel good to fall in love. It does.
It feels great. It feels great to be needed. It feels great to be like worth it to somebody.
Falling in love is one of like the most amazing things ever.
Yeah.
But eventually that love fades away and it's real life, and they see the real version of you. You see the real version of them. You're getting woken up to farts. You know, like they don't have that in the Disney movies.
Yeah, nobody's farting in Disney movies.
Farting in the Disney movies. And you get older and your mind starts thinking differently and you realize, oh my God, this is really hard.
Yeah.
And I have to, you know, I made this commitment to someone and I have to live with them like for the rest of my life, and like things change and it's hot, it's rough.
It can be really hard.
Yeah. And I think that, you know, there's no like badge of honor that you're like, oh my God, like you got to be with this person for so long. Like, how do you make it work? It's just like, it's just not easy.
Yeah. Marriage takes a lot of work.
Yeah.
And that's something that people didn't ever like talk about.
Mm-hmm.
And even watching my parents in their marriage, it was like, why are you guys still together? Like the love that was there, I am not seeing it.
Yeah.
So not like you can't be in a happy marriage, but it always seems like the goal is to like get with somebody and live and be married to them for like 80 years or whatever until you're 102.
And you like adore each other.
And you like love each other the entire time and like nothing's ever wrong and everything's great all the time. But it takes a lot of work.
Yeah, it really does.
And not to say that we're not like putting in that work, right? Mm-hmm. But it's just like it takes a lot for both parties to work on it and to be in it and like really try with each other
especially
every
like
day.
When you involve like having children and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you and this person are not you and this person anymore. You have to like be a team and you have to raise kids, and like what if you guys parent differently?
Yeah. You have to like get on the same parenting page.
You have to. It's just it's a job at that point. At that point, you've committed to a job now where you're like, we got to like raise these humans to be good people. So like, let's do this together. But like, you don't have time for each other like you used to. And also like, you know, getting married young. Like I got married really young. I was 23. And if I could go back, like, and our situation was interesting because he was in the military. And I don't regret it, but if I could go back, or like something that I would tell my children is, I would say just enjoy your life, travel, like do all these things that like you don't have to commit to someone. And then I feel like in your 30s, you really like know more of like who you really are, what you want to be. Like, and like, I know a lot of people that are like, I don't ever want to have kids. Or I don't want to be married. And I think that's completely fine too. But I feel like when you're in your like probably like mid 30s, you really truly know, like, you're like, this is where I want to be for the rest of my life. And I think that's probably like a good time for you to be like, do I want to settle or not?
Do I want to settle down with somebody?
Yeah. I'm such a different version of myself than I was.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm a different version all the time. I mean, literally every probably like 3 to 5 years, I'm a different version. I mean, even like when we talked about COVID,
yeah,
I was a different version back in 2019 than I am now.
We're constantly changing and evolving.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest thing is really learning about who you are before you involve someone else.
Yeah.
Because if you don't know what you like, what kind of people you like, who you are inside by yourself as a person, and you're constantly looking for that person that's going to like fill you up and fill your cup. If you can't fill up your own cup, then how are you supposed to like why should you have to rely on somebody else to do it? Like you should be able to do that for yourself.
You really should, which I think also leads into our last segment, which is finding your voice, which I think Jules is really talking about, is like find your voice. What resonates with you? What are you strong about? What are you not strong about? All these things, like who are you?
Yeah. What, and not in all of the different versions, but just who are you really inside? Who are you that you're not always presenting to somebody? That's something that I'm working on currently, is trying to find who I am inside and not who everybody wants me to be or who everybody sees me as.
Yeah.
And that shit is hard.
Oh yeah. Me and Jules have talked about, even just like starting this podcast, we're like really finding parts of us that were like, oh, like
I didn't know that part was in there.
Yeah.
Or we did know, but we were afraid to let it out and to talk about it. And even from the first episode to now, I feel like we're both different than what we were. Yeah.
We really are, because I think from the first episode, we were like, we are giving you something that we think you want to see, right? We're being very performative.
Yeah.
But now we're being real. We're
giving you like who we are.
We're telling you how we feel.
Yeah. And that's scary.
It is scary.
That is opened up for so much judgment. And even, you remember when we first started this and our biggest fear was being judged on the internet?
That was our number one thing.
That was our number one thing.
We were really scared. We were like, and what if someone like says like mean things about us? Like, no, I don't give a fuck. Because this is who I am.
Yeah.
Like if you're going to say something about whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's not like you're being anything to anyone.
Yeah, I'm just being
You're just being you.
Yeah.
Going back to last week when we were talking about Ashley, when a Sag steps in the room, so does the truth. And I was like, yeah, you go Skee. You live your truth, you know? So,
well, I think I know, like for me, I've always been very like honest, open. It always comes from a good place.
Yeah.
But the problem is I think that some people can't handle the truth. And it's not me trying to make you feel bad about yourself. It's just making me have you realize like, hey, like I see potential in you. Like
it's coming from a place of love.
It is. It's a little bit of tough love, but I see potential in you and I don't want to see you settle. You need to find an outlet. You need to find your voice and try and make it work the best that you can. And if you did everything that you try to do and it doesn't work, then you just find another solution. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think in the end, with the American dream, we're just trying to like navigate. I think that's all we can do.
Yeah, and I guess find our own American dream.
Yeah, it's the version of what we thought is different than the version of what it is. We're trying to figure that out.
It's a new, whatever that new American dream is. I know for me, like American dream for Skee would be to own my own business one day. I'd like to not worry about money as much, but yeah, like I want my own thing that like isn't tied to like, I don't know, like my husband, or it's like something that's like, this is mine.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like something that makes my girls proud, that I can show them like, hey, like anything is possible and like you can achieve whatever, but don't always rely on someone
to help you.
Yeah. Just like know that I'm like there to support you. I'm in your corner and like, let's get you there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think my version is just remembering that whatever I do is ultimately for me and my feelings, and trying not to be, again, I've said this in the past, so people pleasy, and not always having to feel like I'm doing everything for everyone else, and just having like a happy life. Yeah. Like living in a happy
and like whatever
space.
And like whatever that is, you know what I mean?
Whatever
like,
that ends up being. It
doesn't have to be like the Disney American dream, you know, right?
Yeah.
You could be someone that's like, maybe I just want to be by myself.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't want to do this career anymore. Maybe I want to go back to school. maybe I want to be an entrepreneur and I have these ideas. I'm just going to like go with it. Like, you have no idea. But I do think that we just need to like push ourselves out of our comfort zones a little bit.
Yeah.
And know that like there's always people there rooting for you. Even when you feel like, would anybody care, whatever, it's like, no, there's always someone there that's always rooting for you.
I said this in the past too, keeping the people that you truly care about around you and not worrying about all of the rest.
Find your community.
Find your people. Find your community.
Yes.
Community. I can't say that word.
I'll say it.
Find your community, everyone.
Well, I think this was a good way to end. We just kind of like went on a little rant.
We just needed to rant it out.
Things to talk about.
Yeah.
We're very strong about these things, but I know you guys have to too. These are like some big, bullet points of
just lifing in the space that we're in currently.
Yeah.
So we're just speaking on our own experience. Yeah.
But we hope you enjoyed listening to us, and we will see you next week.
We'll see you next time.
Okay.
Bye. Bye.
And that's a wrap for today's episode of Oh My Gosh, What?
We hope you enjoyed listening to our crazy stories.
Also, don't forget to subscribe, like, and review us on your favorite podcast platform.
And follow us on social media for even more fun content and behind-the-scenes looks.
Thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you next week.
Okay, bye.
Bye.